Every love story has a beginning. For Chinedu and Amaka, it was at the dusty courtyard of St. Michael's Secondary School, Enugu. He was only 13, gambling for his age, shy, with eyes more wide than wise. She was 10, small and stubborn, with a laugh that could break the hush of a classroom. It began in a quarrel. She spilled water on his books by accident. He cried out. She cried out louder. And the teacher reprimanded them both. But from that day on, they were inseparable. Amaka would take class notes for him since he was always late. Chinedu would escort her home, carrying her load even when she had more than him. When bullies teased her for being the youngest in the class, he stood as a shield in front of her. If you touch her, you have to answer to me. Soon enough, their friends began calling them husband and wife of tomorrow. But they had laughed about it. Because to them, it was friendship. Or so they thought, at least. Pages turned like years in a book. When Chinedu was 20 and Amaka 17, they had gained admission into the university. Different departments, same connection. It was during university life that Chinedu's passion began to burn in obscurity. He would spend his very last cash so that Amaka could eat. He would forgo outings to teach her things she was bad at. He would lie awake nights, simply to make sure that she did not fail. If you spend all your time on me, who will you marry, Chinedu? Amaka asked. Chinedu spoke quietly. I already have a notion of who I would like to marry. But he never said it loudly enough. Fear tied his tongue. Fear of losing her, if love ever destroyed what they had. And then was the mistake. Out of weakness, Chinedu went out with Amaka's best friend, Ngozi. It was short-lived. It meant nothing to him. But to Amaka, it meant everything. That night, she wept. Not because he belonged to Ngozi, but because she had loved him all this while. From then on, although she smiled, although she laughed, her heart grew cold. One evening, after all these years of not talking to one another, Chinedu's heart could no longer take it. Under the moonlight, he finally spoke. Amaka, you're not just my friend. You are my strength, my smile. I do not want to be your friend anymore. I love you. Chinedu, no. Don't say that. Let us just be friends. I cannot lose you. Her words cut him short. That night, their bond began to unravel. They were friends, but never the same. Life moved on. Chinedu graduated at 24, got a job, and slowly built success. Amaka graduated late, chasing her dreams, carrying her scars. They still met up with each other, but the closeness was gone. And as time passed, people would whisper, what happened to the two of them? Chinedu tried to love other women. But every smile was bitter. Every hand he held wasn't quite right. Amaka had men who adored her. But not a single one among them could make her laugh as readily as Chinedu. They were connected, worlds apart. Chinedu returned to Enugu at the age of 26 after all these years. Amaka, aged 23, had turned into a woman of beauty and pride. They bumped into each other, unexpectedly, on a quiet drizzly afternoon. Same smile. Same heartbeat. Same unspoken words. Amaka, after all, here we are. Do you ever wonder what might have been if we had been braver? Every day, Chinedu. Every day. For a moment, their eyes locked. And the world stood still. But then, Amaka turned away. Some things are lovely only because they never happened. And with those words, it was done. They walked away, still friends. But not lovers. And maybe, that is the hardest kind of love. Not the ending one, but the never starting one. If you love someone, speak. because silence kills more love stories than rejection ever will. This is the story of the love we never spoke.